Alright lads, listen up and listen good. I'm going to tell you about the magics the orc shamans use to make the enemies hurt. Sometimes orc shamans want to make special enemies hurt extra bad, and then they call upon the power of Gork and Mork. And we other orcs help the power of Gork and Mork by fighting, not by running away. So any spell that has a strength value gets stronger if orcs are fighting and gets weaker if orcs are running. This is simple orc logic. This is the big Waaagh, and only big strong orcs can use big Waaagh spells. Small, weak gobos are too weak and their brains are too small for their bodies to contain the energy. The first spell every shaman should know is the Gaze of Mork. It does direct damage in a straight line. Anyone unfortunate enough to stand in the path of the Gaze of Mork takes a strength 4 hit. The spell is cast on a dice roll of 7+, meaning it's very easy to cast using 2 or 3 or 4 dice. Then we have the Brain Burst down. That's a funny spell for when you want to make the brain of a wizard explode. You can use it to snipe a particularly annoying enemy creature. It suffers a strength 5 hit, and if orcs are fighting, it hurts them more. The range can be increased to 36, and then the casting value is 9. Then we have the Fists of Gork, and this makes the puny shaman gain 3 attacks and 3 strength, and a ward save as long as the spell is in play. It is cast on 8+, and it makes the weak shaman slightly less weak, but he's still weak. He can't fight worth shit. Then we have the Hand of Gork, and the Hand of Gork can be used to move a friendly unit within 3d6 of the original position, any way you want. Very good for sneaking big strong boys into the backs of the enemy. So they cannot be placed where orcs cannot go or very close to enemies. But the distance can be increased to 5 dice rolls of 6, potentially giving you 30 range. So that is in inches, almost as big as my gobstick. And the casting value is then increased to 14+. The next spell is Headbutt, and I don't understand why you need magic to butt someone's head. You only need a head, and every orc has a head. But an enemy wizard suffers a strength 4 hit that inflicts these 3 wounds, and if you roll a dice, you take the value you get and you divide it by half, and then you calculate that for about an hour, and that is the amount of wounds with no armor saves allowed. This really hurts mages and can kill them very quickly. If you want to make orcs fight better in close combat, which is very difficult to do because orcs are the best, if they miss, you can make them try to hit again. This makes orcs very killy, and it costs on 11+ until the start of the caster's next magic phase. Then we have the final and the biggest spell of them all, the Foot of Gork. The mighty Gork puts his foot down on the battlefield. It can scatter a bit. If you roll a dice, that's the amount of inches it's going to scatter. But all models under it suffer a mighty strength 6 hit by Gork. That inflicts multiple wounds. Again, dice roll. Half the value of the dice roll, and that's the amount of wounds. The spell can be cast with a casting value increased to 18+. If you do that, then Gork is really happy. If you roll a 1, Gork slips, and your opponent can target one of your units, so Gork stomps one of your own units. If you roll 2 or 3, Gork wanders off, and nothing more happens. If you roll 4 to 6, Gork stomps again, and this can kill a lot of Humie stunties and pointiers. You can target another one, and roll again. So the Foot of Gork can destroy many enemies, and the big Waaagh makes the orcs even more warrior. So there you have it, lads. If you want to go stomp some humies, bring the big Waaagh, make the shamans bring down the foot of Cork, get Here We Go going, look at the enemy wizards with the gaze of Mork, the brain buster, the hand of Cork, and then headbutt the shit out of any annoying enemy heroes or lords that think they are better than us.